Hello everyone, this is Anuja Saxena from Gagan College of Management and Technology. Today in this video, we will study about cell as the structure and functional unit. That is, we will study that what is the basic structure of prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell as well as their functions. So, firstly, we will start from cell. What is cell? Cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. This thing we all studied from our previous classes. But do you know why it is so called? Because all the living beings or living things are formed of cells. Cells give a rise or a form and structure to any living thing. It processes nutrients and make it into a usable energy, and they also perform their functions as well. Cell is the smallest unit of life, and that's why it is called as a building block of life. In other words, we can say that the living thing is living or alive due to cells because they carried out their specific activities. Now, the discovery of cell. Cell was discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665 in the cork cell or cork cambium cell. Cork cambium is a part of epidermis which is found in the vascular plants. He examined the cell in the thin slices of cork cambium. There he saw many tiny pores which looked like a walled compartment. As you can see in this picture, Robert Hooke gave the name cell to these compartments. Okay. Next is cell theory. Cell theory was proposed by Mathis Sheldon and Theodore Schwann in 1839. Basically, they conclude all the things about the cell, which we studied earlier in this video, and proposed those things as a theory and stated as cell are the basic unit of life. Later on, Rudolf Virchow came in 1853 and extended this cell theory with an important additional feature and gave a Latin phrase, that is omnis cellula e cellula, which means all the cells are arise from pre-existing cells. Here are the statements of cell theory, and these are: all the living things or organisms are composed of cells. Cell arise from pre-existing cells via cell division, means the parental cell undergoes cell division and forms their daughter cell. Cell maintain a dual existence, that is, they act independently and remains as a part of multicellular organism. Cell is the fundamental unit of structure, physiology, and organization in the living things. All these points we had already discussed in the previous slide. Next is types of cell. Cell are of two types, prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. So firstly, we will study about prokaryotic cell. It is a Greek word in which pro means primitive and karyon means nucleus. So they are called as a primitive cells or cells which do not have a well-defined nucleus. These cells are surrounded by a cell membrane with the characteristic cell wall. It lacks a nuclear membrane in which nucleus is enclosed and also lack other membrane-bound organelles except ribosome. In prokaryotes, hereditary material or genetic material is DNA, which is highly coiled and known as a nucleoid. Basic histone protein, that is a DNA binding protein, is also absent in prokaryotic cells. This is the structure of prokaryotic cell. In this, you can see whatever I told you in the previous slide. As you can see, a DNA here. In this cell, DNA is present without any outer covering and it does not have a proper nucleus. Now the capsule. Capsule is the whole shell of the cell. Here is cell wall and plasma membrane. These are the two membranes present in the prokaryotic cell, and plasma membrane is also known as a cell membrane. The fluidy content of a cell is known as cytoplasm. Here you can see there are some ribosomes. Basically, ribosomes help in the formation of proteins. They decode the message and form peptide bonds. In prokaryote, ribosomes are of 70S type. Here is a plasmid DNA. It is an extra chromosomal DNA which works as a vector. And you can see that there are some pili and flagellum. It helps in the movement of the cell. Now, second one is eukaryotic cell. It is also a Greek word in which eu means good and karyotic means nucleated. So they have a good nucleus, or we can say eukaryotic cell have a well-defined nucleus. They are larger in size in comparison to the prokaryotic cell. They have a distinct nuclei which is bound by a nuclear membrane and also has a membrane-bound organelles. This whole content of a cell is enclosed in a plasma membrane. Eukaryotic cell have organized chromosome which contain genetic material in the form of linear DNA. They are also called as a true cells which occur in plants from algae to angiosperm and in animals from protozoa to mammals. Now there is a structure of eukaryotic cell. So we will start from plasma membrane. It is a double layer membrane which separates the internal content of a cell from its outer environment. It is also called as a phospholipid bilayer. Inside the plasma membrane, semi-fluid substance of a cell is present, is known as cytoplasm. This content present outside to the nuclear membrane and inside to the cell membrane. This is a nucleus. It is further divided into the four parts, which is nucleolus, nucleoplasm, and chromatin or DNA content. And these all are enclosed in a nuclear envelope, and the whole things are concluded as a nucleus. Here is the endoplasmic reticulum, which is connected to the nucleus. Endoplasmic reticulum produces protein for the rest of the cell to function. It is divided into the two parts, rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. On the surface of rough endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes are present. Here you can see these small round organelles help in the protein formation. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum. This is a smooth endoplasmic reticulum. It produces other needy substances or of cell. Basically, it helps in the function of cell, like in metabolic processes. Ribosomes. In eukaryotic cell, 80S type ribosomes are present. They serve as a site of protein synthesis. Here is Golgi apparatus. You can see it receives the protein from endoplasmic reticulum and further process it as it is sort the protein and locate them on their destination eventually. This is the mitochondria. It provides energy to the cell, and that's why it is called as a powerhouse of a cell. Here is vacuole. It contains waste material of a cell. There are some peroxisomes you can see in the cell. Peroxisome take part in the oxidative processes of a cell, such as in lipid metabolism. There is microfilament. They are the protein filament present in the cytoplasm. It forms a part of cytoskeleton. Here is lysosome. It is a membrane-bound organelle. It contains digestive enzyme and also called as a suicidal bags. There is microtubule. They are the polymers of tubulin protein that forms a part of cytoskeleton. Basically, it provides shape and structure to the eukaryotic cell. And at last, there is intermediate filaments. You can see here. They are the structural components of cytoskeleton and found in the cells. So it brings us to the end of this presentation. Hope you all understand the basic concept of cell. Thank you for watching this video. Have a happy learning.